Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Saturday, July 3rd, 2021 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is, as my feels expand, so does my nurturing. And that is the best advice I have for you this weekend is if you are feeling spikes in the feels, any of the feels basically, take a time out, check in with yourself, and try a little tenderness. That song just popped into my head. Add some nurturing. We are in Cancer season, and it's just so important to double down on self-care. I always say that Cancer, while Leo is like the inner child, Cancer is kind of like the inner infant, and so this is where we want to add more love to ourselves and to our experience. So, very important. Now, I've been speaking about this last several days, over the last week really. We have Mars square Uranus today. So that's going to be happening at 6:40 p.m. So basically all through the day, we're going to have this energy. Now squares bring up resistance. So we'll feel resistance to things. Mars in Leo is very passionate, like I've been saying, but Mars in any fire sign can also be very reactive. So Mars is ready to react if its ego gets flared up, or if the inner child is hurt, or the heart feels insulted, although it's not really the heart feeling insulted, that again falls back into the ego realm. We have that, and then we have that Uranus and Taurus energy, which Uranus is very triggering. Uranus is meant to help us evolve, so Uranus is like, hey, here's a place you have to evolve, let me poke it. Oh, I'm going to poke it again. Let's keep poking it. So that's Uranus's job, essentially. Uranus is meant to help elevate us, but it will by pointing out where we need to shift, where we need to change. And with Uranus and Taurus, it can be worth stuff. So this can be about money. This can be about, where you are at in your life in regards to making money and material goods and all kinds of things like that. And so your ego may feel very sensitive around that. It can also be other things, depending on where it is in your chart and anything else filtering in, feeding in. And again, this is why you need to just keep offering yourself nurturing and realize you are where you're meant to be. And where these triggers are is where you can honor yourself with healing. Now, you may have some of those where is this coming from? Because we have the moon moving into Taurus. Now, this is nice because the moon in Aries was adding to the reactivity. So moon into Taurus is like, oh, let's soften a little bit. It is a holiday weekend. But I actually feel like this holiday weekend may actually be contributing to a lot of the triggers because there is a lot of worth stuff up in the air, and there's a lot of things that I don't know what the right words are with this, but there's a lot of energies that can be tied in, and we have to recognize that beyond our own personal energies, we really do feel the collective energies. So people who are upset, whether it's about Canada, or it's about Canada Day or 4th of July energies, and to be fair, there is stuff to examine there. So just keep that in the back of your mind, and also again, where can you apply nurturing? Where can you apply compassion in regards to that? Compassion and understanding, recognizing maybe there's validity to various things people are feeling around all this, So, moon in Taurus, recognizing that your values are important, but other people's values are also really important. And it's really a kind, compassionate, empathetic thing to be able to stand for other people's values even when they are not necessarily your own. So keep that in mind with all of this. Ooh, speaking of that, we will have the sun in conjunct Saturn as well. And so again, that kind of has the feels of that global responsibility. So again, it just may be a little heavy. And the top of the cards is that stress card, which is what can you put down? And again, it may be some other people's feels. Tend to your stuff first, and then see what energy you have left to work through these other energies. A lot of us are going through really, really, really deep transformation and healing processes as we go through our personal evolution. Speaking of, I do want to give a heads up that Sunday is a evolution day. These are those days where, again, there's triggers, and it might feel a little lighter comparatively. And as I'm saying that, I'm like, nah, that's wishful thinking. No, this weekend it's not the funnest astro. But again, there's opportunity for elevation. There's opportunity for evolution. There's opportunity for growth and understanding and compassion for yourselves and others. And Joe's like, there's light always in the darkness. Thank you, Jojo. So, yes. Is there anything else that I want to address in here? Maybe some lazy catting going on, too. And I think if that's where you default to, take it easy. Again, the nurturing will really help with this transformation process, especially if you are feeling overwhelmed in the world at this time. I have the comparison card in reverse. This is not about comparison. Again, it's not comparison of values. It's really learning to breed understanding and acceptance that we come from different places. We have different understanding, and maybe somebody else has something to teach you that will help you grow in all of that. I have the patience card. I do have it in reverse, so I feel like we're not going to be feeling very patient, but if we can apply patience to anything, that will help in this. And finally, I'll just show this here. This may be the mental status sometimes. If you are feeling this, chances are there's some of this going on, and your work is the transformation work. So don't get too caught up in your mind, but if it does happen, again, see what you can clear, because you may be tuning into some of the collective energies that are complicating your own personal evolution process at this time. So that's it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. More love. You have the power, and stay curious. Namaste.